Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today's message is going to the United Nations. It's going to the United Nations. It's going to the Human Rights Watch. It's going to the United Nations Human Rights, to the European Parliament, to the European Commission, to the British Parliament, and to the European Association for Human Rights. And also today's message is going to the Buganda Kingdom, especially to the office of the Prime Minister. Also is going to the Commonwealth government-owned organizations, that which is responsible for all the countries that were colonized by the British. And today's message is all about the genocide that which is practiced by the government of Uganda since its formation up to today towards Baganda. But before I start, I'm going to sing the national anthem for Buganda. And also, please, if you come across this video, share it such that we can be able to have some numbers, at least 50 people, and then from there we are going to address this message to these departments. Thank you very much. As we are waiting for the people to come, let's have some encouragement from one of our freedom fighters for Uganda.
Ekitundu kyaffe kino nate okwetongola ng'eggwanga kyekyokka ekigenda okuleeta emirembe n'essanyu ebyannamaddala. Kiyinza okulabika ng'ekizibu ennyo era nga n'ekkubo kkalubo nnyo erisobola okukitutuusaako, naye ekkubo eryo lyokka erirabika nga lye lyokka erisobola okututuusa ku kigendererwa kyaffe. Buganda okwetongola kwe mulamwa, tugolokoke.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am the leader of Buganda Kwetongola Luchiko, which means Buganda Liberation Council. Is the council that was established due to the fact that Buganda, we have been in existence in unity with Uganda as a country, but as a result of Uganda's government practicing genocide against Baganda, it has resulted to the formation of Buganda Luchiko, or Buganda Kwetongola Luchiko. So Buganda Kwetongola Luchiko, the purpose and the intention is to ensure that the rights of Baganda within Buganda, they are protected. So our purpose is to make sure that there is no violation of human rights against Baganda by the government of Uganda. And my name is Alex Chigund. I am a son of Mr. Sari Joseph. I am a grandson of Mr. Spidiano Kafero. I am a great-grandson of Bukuku Kaima Joseph. I am a great-grandson of Baturumao. I am a great-grandson of Rwanawetase. I am a great-grandson of Sachitoleko Vawompitewo. Today's message, I would like to address it to the Department of United Nations, Human Rights Watch, United Nations for Human Rights, and the European Parliament, European Commission, British Parliament, and the European Association for Human Rights. And also this message is going to the Buganda Kingdom, especially to the Prime Minister of Buganda. This message is going to the Commonwealth organization, as an organization run or put together the countries that were colonized by the British. I hope when you receive this message, you will be able to do something against the violation of human rights towards Baganda in Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to give you a brief background on how and why Buganda came to be where it is. In 1894, Buganda was colonized or was considered to be a protectorate of British or United Kingdom. And as a result, United Kingdom became a protector of Buganda. They signed the agreement between Kabaka Mwanga, which is King Mwanga, in 1894. So we became a protectorate in 1894. But 1899, they exiled our king in Seychelles, and that caused our king to pass away or to die on that island. But up to today, British Parliament, United Kingdom, and the Queen, they never make any report about the death of our king. Many Baganda were murdered, were killed during that period. Baganda have been facing circumstances that which are caused by colonialism or protectionism, but we never received any report concerning the genocide against Baganda. There was an agreement that was signed in 1900 between Buganda by the enablers. The enablers, I mean the people who are participating to support the genocide of Baganda in Uganda. The enablers like Mugwanya, Chisingili, those people who were by that time the prime ministers of Buganda, they signed the agreement that caused the anarchy, impunity, tears in Baganda. Up to today, that agreement, that which they signed, it is affecting Baganda to continue supporting genocide against Baganda in Uganda. That agreement has caused many Baganda to lose their land in Buganda, has caused many Baganda to become slaves in their own country. Baganda, they are the indigenous people of Buganda. But right now, through the collaboration of the government of Uganda, they are putting people from other countries in Buganda, making sure that the indigenous people, they continue to suffer, and those people, they continue to brutalize by the support of the UPDF terroristic group. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to remind you that Buganda belongs to Baganda, and that territory is ours as the people, as a group of people. We have a right to live. We have a right to exist. Ladies and gentlemen, since that agreement of 1900 was signed, Buganda never been the same up to today. In 1940, there was a demonstration that was organized by Ignatius Kemusaz, a Muganda, who came out, who stood against the protectionism, which is in Sarkohen was in control, or by that time he was a governor of British in Buganda or Kampala. He was brutalizing, he was creating an environment which is not conducive to the Baganda, and Ignatius Kemusaz stood up to protest against the economic policies that were designed to put down the Baganda people. And that demonstration led to the to exile our king, King Mutesa II. King Mutesa II, when he came back, he was not cooperative to make Buganda to be part of Uganda. He was threatened until Buganda was forced or to sign the agreement under duress to be part of Uganda. He became the first president of Uganda. But guess what? After 4 years, our king was removed by the collaboration with the government of United Kingdom to remove that king, to remove our king. And he was killed again in exile, because the government of United Kingdom collaborated with Obote, who was then by the Prime Minister, and they attacked our parents. Many Baganda, they were killed during that time. Many Baganda were killed during that time. And up to today, there is no accountable, there is no report that talks about everything that happened on that day, on 24 May 1966. There are people who have been enablers. Enablers, I mean the person who support the genocide of Baganda in Uganda. People whom we call our brothers, whom they are enabling the government or the central government to continue brutalize, causing impunity towards Baganda. And by that time, that was Bina Isa, who drafted the constitution that removed even our own kingship, our own kingdom. There are people who have been enabling, but this time around, I speak on behalf of the Council of Buganda Kwetongola. We are watching you. We are not going to allow any game when it comes to the liberation of our kingdom. This is a time for Baganda to wake up and watch, look in the eye of the enemy and tell them enough is enough. It's time to stand up to the enemy. But I'm here to talk about the genocide that has been taking place in Buganda by the governments of Uganda. Obote killed a number of Baganda, but no report was made, no accountability that was made. In 1980, there was a war by the leader, or which is now the president of Uganda, Mr. Museveni Yoweri Kaguta. He led the rebels to go into the war against the by that time government, which was Obote. That war There are many Baganda which were killed by Obote and Museveni to cause fear, to create fear in Baganda not to rise up against the rebels and also the current government, whereby the only rebel group that will be recognized, that will be the NRA. And let me tell you, many people were killed, Baganda, almost 500,000 people in the beginning of the war. That was 1980s. After the war, 1986, Museveni did not stop there. Museveni continued with its genocide towards Baganda by killing his friend Kaila, whereby he thought that Kaila would become the president of Uganda if he doesn't deal with him. He killed him with his soldiers, and those soldiers were put in containers, and they locked the containers. Those people died in suffering, suffocating. If you don't know the history of this genocide, we ask you, please consult more people. Consult us. We have evidence. Baganda have been killed since the formation of the country called Uganda, and everybody has been silent about it, saying that they are killing Ugandans, yet they are not killing Ugandans, they are killing Baganda. We are Baganda. We have nowhere to go. If you know that you are a Ugandan, please go to Acholi. You can go to Acholi. But if we Baganda, we are not going anywhere. This is our country. This is our territory. This is our nation. This is our homeland. Our motherland, Buganda. Museveni is not killing Ugandans. He's killing Baganda with the intention to ensure that that group of people, they finish or they become slaves. Right now, as I speak, Baganda, yesterday, 2 days ago, the UPDF terrorist group attacked the Makerere University students in their hostels as a result of increasing the tuition, or they stood out to protest against the increment of the tuition. The tuition right now, the people cannot afford it, but because students, they have a right to protest, Museveni, the leader of the UPDF terrorist group, went ahead and brutalized, tortured those students for their right of protesting the increment. And guess what? According to our intelligence, the night before the UPDF terrorist group attacked the hostels, they alerted the people from the other region, which is Ankole and Rwanda, to come out of the hostel such they can carry out their attack nicely, whereby they are only Baganda in that hostel. Baganda, fellow brothers and sisters, if you are watching this video and you know that you are a real Muganda, who love their kingdom, who love your kingdom, this is a time to rise up. There is a systematic plan of genocide towards Baganda all along since the formation of the country called Uganda. Their leadership, their leaders, since the formation of Uganda, they never love Muganda. And I'm gonna quote the words of Obote. Obote said that a good Muganda is a dead one. That is genocide. That is a practice of genocide. Right now, the current regime in power of Uganda, they are calling Baganda Ebi Hill. In another mean, they mean the slaves. The slaves. They are calling us the foolish people. They're calling us our Siru, whereby those terms are created for us to marginalize, to look down on Baganda, to look down on any person that is called Muganda. Since Obote started genocide towards Baganda, there is no government of Uganda that has come out in love of Baganda. every Muganda has been killed since, and every regime that has been in existence since the formation of Uganda. So that's why I'm calling these departments, the United Nations, the Human Rights Watch, the United Nations Human Rights, the European Parliament, the European Commission, the British Parliament, the European Association for Human Rights, and the Commonwealth Organization to do something to remove Uganda as a member of the Commonwealth. How can you allow Uganda to be a member of Commonwealth if they are practicing genocide towards Baganda? How can you, British, as the former protector of Buganda, how can you allow the governments that which you left us with to continue genocide? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to let you know that we as the people of Buganda, we have a right to exist. We have a right to life. We have a right to life. We have a right to economic. We have a right to social status. We have a right to cultural status. Talking about economic policies, they are policies that which are designed by the government of Uganda to sabotage every association of Baganda in Uganda. Talking about economic policies, they are policies which are designed to sabotage the growth and the development of Baganda, whereby they are imposing taxes on things that which the government sees that they are going to empower Baganda. Especially the taxing on coffee. They are grabbing the land, they are making Baganda to be slaves. And right now, Baganda, they don't have anywhere they can live. They end up being refugees in other countries with no choice. Because there is land invasion in Buganda. They are taking the land from the indigenous people by the collaboration with the enablers within the people that we think they can help us, but they are working against the people of Baganda. Please, you have to do something. You have to remove Uganda as the member of Commonwealth. You don't have to continue sponsor terrorism against the people. Because right now, the UPDF terrorist group is no longer for the people. Is against the people, is against the will of the people. They are killing, they are raping each and everything that you can mention of. There is no democracy. How can you be able to give donation to a government like that, that which is killing its own people? But I'm here to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, we have a right to live. And Article number 1 of the Charter of the United Nations, we have a right to self-determination. We are not going to follow the arms as if we are not human beings. And we allow the government of Uganda continue killing us like we are animals, like the way they are calling us dogs, rats, and so on, and other names. We are not going to allow that. We have a right to defend ourselves as a group of people. That's why I'm calling you to do something to remove the government of Uganda to be a member of Commonwealth. I hope this message, you get it clear. Please. Also, I want to encourage the students of Makerere University. Thank you for the courage you showed us to stand up against the regime. But I want to advise you, if you are a Muganda and you are a student at Makerere University, I just want you to know, don't cry to the government. Cry to Buganda Kwetongola Council or Buganda Liberation Council. We are your voice. There is nobody whom else who's gonna hear your issues other than the Buganda Kwetongola Council, Luchiko. Luchiko lwa Buganda Kwetongola is your Luchiko, is here to act as your voice, as a Muganda in Makerere University. You have the voice. This is your voice. Thank you for the courage Thank you for the braveness to stand up against such a junta, those terrorist people. They were recorded live, beating, torturing, which resulted to the death of 3 students. They stood up to protest against the increase of their tuition, but they just brought guns, tear gas, and started shooting 3 students. Right now, as I speak, Baganda students, they are dead. Please, European Commission, European Parliament, British Parliament, human rights, United Nations for Human Rights, you have to do something. There is a fire against Baganda people as a people in Uganda. This genocide has been practiced since the formation of Uganda from 1900. Our king died in Seychelles. There was no accountability. Our king died in London. There was no accountability. Up to today, right now, I can tell you almost 5 million people, they are dead. Since Museveni came in power in 1986, almost 300,000 people, which are Baganda, have been killed in that Uganda right now, as I speak. So, we are asking you to do something. Stop giving donations to those government, to the people. And we also encourage you to put sanctions against such government, because it's not for the people. I would like also to encourage the people, the movements that arise against the government of Uganda, which are led by Baganda. I want to advise you, brothers and sisters, that you are not going to win this war. If you think that you are going to fight for Uganda in the country called Uganda, or in the parliament of Uganda, or in the Ugandan government courts, you are not going to fight that war. You are in a losing battle. Even right now, I can give you a good example. General Kasirye Gwanga, the general who participated in the war that brought Museveni in power, is crying for his kingdom, because they are destroying each and every creation that God gave Buganda. Those people, they don't love Buganda. I want you to understand with your mind the purpose and the intentions of the Ugandan government towards Buganda. The intention and the purpose of Ugandan government towards Buganda is to destroy, is to make you a slave as a Muganda in your territory, in your land. You will never win. This message is for you, the movement which has risen to overthrow the President Museveni. You're not going to win this battle thinking that you are going to make Buganda a great country, a great nation, when you think you can fight for it in Uganda parliament. You can't. This is a time to show the enemy a true face that Buganda is our nation. We have a right to exist. We have a right to defend ourselves. We have a right to live. And if you call yourself a Ugandan and you are a Muganda, it's your choice. You can go to Acholi because it's part of Uganda. It's a region in Uganda. But Buganda is ours. We have a right to protect it. We have a right to defend it. That is our mandate, if you know that you are a Muganda who love your king. Thank you very much. Long live our King Mutebi. King Mutebi, King Muwenda Mutebi II. Long live. May the God bless you. May the God bless Buganda. Thank you very much for your time.